Hello everybody, I am back again to open some more Pokemon cards. And as you can tell, I am opening yet again some more White Flare. Also got some Black Bolt to open. This will be for the next video. So today, got another Japanese booster box of this set. And man, I have really grown to love this set. It has been treating me super well. I mean, that certainly helps. If you have not watched my Black Bolt ATB opening, I highly recommend that because, oh boy, I've been getting quite lucky. And you know, I feel like there's a saying when it comes to gambling that you should quit while you're ahead. And I'm gonna try to follow that advice. And this will probably be my last opening of this set. However, you know, I wanted to just get out of my system. So I wanted to at least open, you know, these pair of sets just one last time, so, which is why I picked these up. But I think after I open both of these boxes, I will likely just stop and just try and complete the rest of this set by buying singles. Let's crack this open. Let's not waste any time. Oh man, yeah. So these pair of sets have been treating me super well. Man, and ooh, right off the bat, we just got a Keldeo. Oh yeah, I forgot there's the pack tricks. I need to put two to the front. Just a Keldeo. I think I already got this card in English, so that's a little disappointing. Yeah, you know, at this point, I really can't ask for much more just with how lucky I've been getting. I really just want to get just anything that I don't already have, which with the amount of illustration rares that are in these sets, I feel like that should be pretty easy to pull off. So I'd be very tragic if I get some doubles of some of the illustration rares that I already own. Got this beautiful Substrika. And yeah, like I realized, ooh, we're just getting back-to-back. Another double, back-to-back immediate hits. However, they are both doubles. I got the Hydreigon EX last time, so that's a little bit sad. But yeah, as I was saying, as I noticed by opening the English ETBs, that in English, the Pokeball reverse foils are not guaranteed, but in Japanese, and I know like in Korean, they are. So I do like that about opening this. Like, not only is Japanese cheaper than English, you know, the singles are also cheaper. And I like the fact that you're guaranteed a Pokeball reverse foil in every pack. As I've been saying before, I am trying to complete this set. And while I don't particularly care to get a Pokeball reverse foil for every Pokemon, I'm not gonna try and do that. I'm really happy with this one. I like this Scrafty. I do prefer them over the regular, just regular reverse foils in English. So, you know, that's certainly an advantage I will give to opening Japanese. All right, just kind of blasting through these. Got an Excelgor, got another Scrafty, which I really like. All right, ooh, look at that, look at that, very nice. We got a Gigalith illustration rare. I do not have this one. Who is the artist here? Toy 8. I'm not familiar with them, actually. I don't think I've seen, if they've illustrated something before, I don't think I've really paid attention to it, because yeah, that name doesn't really ring a bell, but this is an awesome Gigalith. A very underrated Pokemon, in my opinion, from Gen 5. And this is a beautiful illustration rare, holy crap. And anything in the bag? Nope, just a Tornadus. So, what to talk about today? What to talk about, I say rhetorically, because I actually do have a topic that I want to talk about as I open these packs. Because last time, I believe it was in the Black Bolt ETB opening, I talked about a little controversy that was going on in the Pokemon TCG. So to give a recap, if you have not seen that video, there was a little thing going on. We got a sock on these nuts, and a Samurott, cool. There was a little controversy going on in TCG Pocket in which the, what are they called? Not illustration rares, like, basically they're really nice, fancy, like animated cards that you can pull from, you know, from those sets. The Ho-Oh, people realized that the Ho-Oh had was art that had been traced from like fan art from a couple years ago. Ooh, oh my God. This is a beautiful card. I've seen this card before. I think I saw somebody pull it from a box, and yeah, this is gorgeous. This is such a colorful card for Sigilyph, which is already on its own a very colorful Pokemon. So yeah, this is beautiful. Like, where even is this thing? It's like in some ruins underground, because you see the sun up there. Oh man, okay, we're getting some bangers, dude. Some very nice cards, and just got to tell. Oh man, yeah, very nice illustration, Bird. Anyway, so the Ho-Oh turns out had been traced from fan art from a couple years ago. People caught on to that, and after I had recorded that, Pokemon had put out an official statement saying that yeah, basically the art that the artist had done, it was traced, but that's because like the reference materials that Pokemon had given to the artist, they accidentally included that fan art. I guess whoever was in charge of that just thought that was like official art, and they were like, hey, we want you to draw a Ho-Oh, just trace it from this design right here, and that's what happened. So basically, yeah, people were right that that was traced artwork, but it was not really the artist's fault. They were just doing their job, following the instructions that Pokemon had given to them. And oh, that's really funny. Okay, and yeah, that's what happened. It was not the artist being lazy or whatever. Just tracing fan art just to get their job over with. Because yeah, this artist, who's what is it, Sinanahara, they do amazing work. Their art is legitimately like really good. Definitely one of the more, I guess in my opinion, one of my favorite artists out there. I don't think they do a whole lot of cards, but whenever they do something, it's very nice. And yeah, it felt weird. It's like, why, your art is already pretty good. Like, why would you trace fan art? And if you're working for Pokemon, like, why would you ruin your reputation by doing something like that? But no, like Pokemon, came out and say, no, this is what happened. And then there were people, it's like, oh, well, that's the explanation. Why did this artist, why did, they're so lazy. They just traced the artwork. Oh no. I saw it was a full art trainer. It's like, oh, did I get a Hilda? Oh no, we got the clown. We got the fucking Harlequin. Oh, that's a little disappointing. By T0. That's a little bit disappointing. I mean, I'll take it because I do need this card to complete the set. It is nice. I will say, I would have much rather have pulled the Hilda, but it is a pretty nice looking full art. Okay, actually, I believe that's gonna be our secret rare because this counts as a secret rare. So, ooh, we're probably not gonna get not gonna get a special illustration rare in this box, unless I somehow pull a God pack. Ooh, that's a little disappointing. Oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, so people were saying, it's like, oh, but if that's the explanation, why did the artist, they're so lazy, they just traced this artwork. And when I was like reading threads and seeing what people had to say, and then they're like professional artists. Ooh, look at that, another illustration rare. It's a Stunfisk. I don't want to hate, but this is a little basic. Yeah, this is a little vanilla, I have to say. I will take it, but it does not compare to the other two that we have pulled before. Yeah, I feel like I could have done something a little bit more interesting with Stunfisk. I don't know, I don't hate it. I really don't think there's ever been an illustration rare that I would say I straight up don't like. What? A little vanilla, a little vanilla. But sometimes, vanilla isn't so bad. And another Jellicent. I think this is my third Jellicent EX, Jesus. All of our regular EXs have been repeats, God. Oh man. So yeah, there are professional artists saying it's like, no, that's actually pretty standard procedure. Like I'll take a job and whoever's commissioning me will be like, hey, just here's some reference material. We just want you to like essentially just trace over it, just do it in your art style. For whatever reason, whether it be that reason or another, yeah, that is pretty standard procedure. So basically, moral of the story, I guess don't jump to conclusions. When it comes to stuff like that, because I saw that people were or going to the artist's Twitter profile and just replying to their most recent tweet when that was going down. And it's like, hey buddy, it's like, hey Mr. Tracer, like you wanna explain yourself? It's like, what's wrong with you? Just people dogpiling. And I made a similar joke in my last video, but I didn't fucking go on Twitter and like harass the artist about it. It's like, no, I'm gonna see what people what the people in charge say. And yeah, turns out it was nothing too crazy, just like this Whimsicott EX, which is new. Yeah, this is finally our first EX in this box, which I do not have. Very cool. Very cool. Just a Purloin. We still have not gotten the Master Ball in this box, just Pokeball. So very nice. So yeah, I wanted to use that as a jumping off point because this is this thing about like online discourse and discussion where people will just jump to conclusions. They'll just, I guess it's especially like big Twitter thing where they'll just like dunk the whole dunking culture. People's like, hey, harassing the artist. When no, there was a pretty good explanation for for what happened. And yeah, I guess it kind of relates to this whole lack of nuance when it comes to online discussions is something that I'm not to bring up my main channel video that I'm currently working on again, but that is something that I will be touching upon. So it's been on my mind for a while now. And there we go, there's our Master Ball. A Duat. I was about to say Oshawott, but no, it is Duat. We got a Samurott Pokeball earlier, so I think I'm just missing Oshawott with a Pokeball reverse pattern. I'll have to double check my binders, but yeah, we got basically the entire line with the Pokeball reverse pattern, and it's the evolution, but it's just a regular foil, or reverse foil, or not reverse foil, holo rare. Jesus. Cool. But yeah, it's been on my mind just because, God, it just, online discourse just annoys me sometimes. There's just no nuance. Everything is black and white, which unintentional pun considering what I'm doing right now. But yeah, for so many people, it's just black and white. They just jump to conclusions. And it's really annoying just to see things like that play out. But I'm glad that, thank God, the artist was not doing some funny, sketchy business, tracing fan art, and it was just a little hiccup on Pokemon's part. I guess whoever is working on TCG Pocket. Who even develops that game? Is it DNA? I want to say it was DNA. That's the name of the studio. So yeah, maybe somebody worked there. They somehow just pulled up Ho fan art from 4 years ago, and they thought that was like legit artwork. Yeah, crazy how that works. And yeah, and I certainly learned something from that whole ordeal because I really wouldn't have thought that say Pokemon's commissioning an artist, they would just give you reference material and they would be like, it's like, hey, we're gonna commission you. We want to see something in your art style, but we're just gonna have you trace, over our official, like reference material. I honestly wouldn't have thought about that. So I don't blame people asking, it's like, hey, why are they doing this? But now, people that actually work in that field, they came out and it's like, no, this is actually very normal practice. And yeah, it was just interesting to learn about that. A beautiful Joltik. This is a very nice Joltik. This is very cute. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to his Joltik card before, but it is very, very cute. Also, Joltik is like one of the smallest Pokemon, so this little Trilog right here must be tiny, bro. Yeah, like Joltik is tiny as hell. Actually, do Pokemon cards, they don't say anymore. Like, oh no, they do. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, right there. Like 0.1 meters. I guess that's like the smallest size that the Pokédex will say. But yeah, I know this thing's like tiny. It's one of the smallest Pokemon. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to follow up on that whole discourse because I brought it up in my last video because I pulled a card by that artist in that ETB, and like that was the day of or the day before I had seen that online. It's like, oh, this is like fresh, hot off the press. But Pokemon very quickly, yeah, issued that response. A Ferrothorn and a Terrakion. By the way, I'm like blasting through this box. This might be my fastest booster box opening I've done so far because I'm about to hit the 17-minute mark and we only have one pack left. Oh man, You know, I blasted through this so quickly. I only got to talk about one thing. This is basically a follow-up video to that little story that I mentioned. Oh boy. Okay. I think I want to say that I'm due for one more illustration rare. Am I correct or am I incorrect? I am correct. Who is this? Can I guess? I see some orange berries. I see yellow. Is this Scraggy? Yay! I'm so smart. My brain is massive. It is Scraggy. I saw that yellow. I was like, that looks very familiar. Nice. That is so cute. I really love Scraggy and Scrafty. You know, our regular EXs and our full art, not too exciting, but at least all of the illustration rares, even the Stunfisk, I'll count it. They were all very nice, and thank goodness for no repeats. And do we have anything else in the back? Ooh, what is this? Is this Buffalant? It's just Buffalant, yeah. All of our EXs were repeats, besides the Whimsicott. I guess at this point, I think I might have collected every EX in this set. So that might be why. I think maybe Whimsicott was the last one. Oh man, this is such a cute Scraggy. Look at all of them in the back, bro. That guy headbutting the tree. These two fucking fighting each other, and this dude's just trying to go back and maybe like stealing some orange berries from the others. Yeah, there's a whole little story, the whole little scene going on right here. I love that. Yeah, this might be my favorite out of all of the illustration rares I got in this box. This and the Sigala for sure. So there was a white flare opening. Overall, I give it 1 thumbs up, not 2 thumbs up. If our secret rare had been something else, I would give it 2 thumbs up. We're only gonna give it 1. So that was it. By my standards, a pretty quick opening. Next time I will be opening this. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I'm gonna include this as a little bonus. So yeah, if all you cared about was this box, you can leave. But I did want to show off these 3 cards that I picked up recently. Yeah, just as a little bonus, because I made a stop by one of my usual card shops where I go play VGC locals, and I had some store credit that I wanted to use. It's like, hey, you know, it's still gonna be like another month until I go back, and they might have some Black Bolt and White Flare cards I might want to pick up, so I'll go check it out. I did pick up one, I'll get you that one. But the first card I got was this Lily's Rabombi, because this is one of 3 cards that I'm missing for Journey Together. Like, from 2 booster boxes I opened on that set, I pretty much pulled every card I wanted. I was just missing this card, and then both Iono cards, so Iono's Kilowattrol and Iono's Belly Bolt. Those are the 2 remaining cards from that set that I would really like to have, especially the Kilowattrol. I really like that card. But yeah, I picked up the Rabombi. It was surprisingly cheap, considering it's a Lily card. This was only about $6, so yeah, I just made sure to pick that up. Then I also picked up Tatsugiri, which I want to say this is from, Twilight Masquerade, another set that I've opened quite a lot of, like 2 or 3 booster boxes worth. And somehow I had not pulled this Tatsugiri, despite it being probably my most wanted illustration rare. This one was a bit more expensive. This was like $17, but this card is gorgeous. And yeah, I just wanted to fill that slot in my binder as well. And then finally, honestly, probably the least exciting of the 3 cards I picked up. I just picked up Clang Illustration Rare. They had 2 other illustration rares. They had Pignite and a Garbodor. They also had Keldeo EX, but that was like $96. I wasn't gonna pick that up. I only had like $48 in store credit. And the other 2 cards were a bit expensive, because again, English cards are more expensive than Japanese. And if I'm gonna try and complete the set, which I'm trying to, I'm gonna mostly focus maybe on like Chinese, Korean, Japanese versions of the cards, just because they're cheaper. Well, I guess Chinese version of the set isn't out yet, but you know what I mean, not English. But this card was only like $4. It's like, fuck it, I'll just pick it up and just pray that I don't get this card from this box. I want to say, because I know, I want to say that, this line is in this box. It says black. It's a Black Bolt. But yeah, so I just picked up these 3 cards, little bonus cards I wanted to show off at the end here. But yeah, that's it. Next time, I'll be opening Black Bolt, so I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.